What is going on? I believe we are live. Go ahead. I'm sure it's going to take a few people an extra couple of minutes to get on. Go ahead and start hit me in the comments. Let me know that you're in. I don't know where it's going to show up. Trying to keep an eye on it. Yeah, in any case, like I said, I'll give you guys a couple of minutes to get on. I know it's like 7 sharp, and don't feel bad if you're coming in late. I'm not the most poignant person despite my best efforts. Most punctual person, I should say, not poignant. Feel bad if you're coming in late. I'm not. That's me. Look at Mom, I'm famous. So I might have some of you guys on Facebook. I don't really know. Like I said, I don't know where the comments are going to be showing up. If you guys do comment, I'm using a third-party software that's going to help me stream simultaneously to Facebook and a private YouTube posting, I believe. Sent out some reminders. There we go. Sarah and Dan are in there, so I guess it's working. All right. Well, I'm very excited. I'm going to start getting into it. I'm very excited because I know we've been anticipating software for a long time, and we finally got something that I'm over the moon about. Like, I think it's very impressive. I don't know how many of you saw my previous. Oh, it's Tom, not Sarah. I didn't even think about it. I recognized the logo, Tom, and I didn't even think about it. Dan wants everybody to know that my eyes look pretty tonight. I'm gonna remind Dan this is a public comment, and if you want to DM me, no, I'm just kidding. What's going on, Dan? All right, got 5 people watching. Pressure is on. So in any case, the software is awesome. I can't hype it up enough. Really, it's beyond. There's stuff that I probably won't even get into tonight. There's stuff that I briefly covered in my last demo. If you're watching on YouTube, there is a link to that last video in the show notes. If you're watching on Facebook, go to the YouTube channel, find it. And in any case, yeah, the software is bananas. So let's start getting into, let me make sure all this stuff works. So let me start telling you a little bit about what to expect. If you've got a meal prep company that you've already started, if you've got a catering service, if you've got a restaurant, this software, or even if you're starting from scratch, if you don't have any of those businesses and you're looking to get into, especially the meal prep industry, this software is going to blow your mind. It's going to make everything about your business easier, from managing stuff to, I mean, let's talk about what you're going to get from this software. What does this software provide? It's going to give you an online portal through which people can place an order. For them to place an order, they're going to have an account. Don't worry, that's also taken care of as well. Your customers will have an online portal that they can log into. It's going to have their dietary preferences, whether they want pickup or delivery, whether they want it delivered to their home or their office, and they can have multiple addresses. There's all these beautiful, brilliant things that are already thought of based on years and years of experience, intimate experience in the meal prep business and the database management system and the software system. So basically, one of the directors of this company essentially has obviously a tech background. He had a meal prep business for a while. His brother has a meal prep business. They had several meal prep clients through their software and marketing company. And a little while ago, they started, I guess, chewing on an idea of how to kind of specialize. Lo and behold, we crossed paths, and at a very fortunate time, and I started discussing with them the opportunity in making something that was much cheaper, and something that, because their clients that they've had before, they've had a handful of meal prep clients, and the last one paid 40 grand for his system to be built out. And that's the CRM, the marketing modules, the website and all that jazz was 40 grand. And then that's a base, there's always customizations and stuff like that on top of that. But 40 grand is honestly a deal. We've spent over $250,000 developing software and our different renditions of our website on several different platforms. But this, like I said, if you're a caterer, if you're beginning in the meal prep business, if you've already got a meal prep business, if you got a restaurant, this is I can't stress it enough. So you're going to get those online portals. So even if you don't have a website, you're in luck. This is basically going to give you the login and the ordering, the menu interface and all that jazz. If you already have a website and you're in love with it, no problem. Stay on it. From what I understand, all it's going to be is a link. And when you click on whatever you want that link to say, menu or order, login, whatever, it'll take them from your site, which might be beautiful. And it's got all your stuff and all the stuff that you've got an affinity for, you identify with because it's yours. Don't worry, I'm not going to take you off of that. Which, by the way, if you don't know, I'm mentioning this stuff because any software out there that I've seen that is comparable, one of the very common things is you have to get off of your website platform and you have to basically get on their website. And what sucks about that is if their software doesn't keep on updating, if it doesn't do what it's promised to do, if there's limitations that you didn't know about, you're now stuck on their software. You've basically moved your virtual business onto their property, and now it's going to be a pain for you to pull it off. So with this, let's say I'm full of it and I don't know what I'm talking about and the software ends up being a nightmare. It doesn't matter. You just kill that link, go back to whatever you're doing. So worst case scenario, it's easy. Now, what's beautiful, I should probably start with this. Really, I should have saved this part till the end, but I already put it, I think, in the title or in the description. But the software is free. This isn't going to be, normally it's a ton of monthly expenses. Some of the comparable software, I've made a list of comparable software, and I don't have that ready for you yet, but I think it's about a dozen pieces of software that you would need to buy licenses for or monthly subscriptions for in order to do what this software does. Just one of which is HubSpot. HubSpot, I don't know how many of you are familiar with HubSpot or if you've gotten onto HubSpot. HubSpot's an amazing CRM. I've talked about it before. I speak very, very highly of it. This software actually has all the bells and whistles that I love about HubSpot, probably more that I haven't even realized or started utilizing. And HubSpot would normally charge you like $2,500. That's what they charge Fit Food Fresh. They charge Fit Food Fresh $2,500 to get set up. It was a one-time fee, but then on top of that, I think we were paying for our module. It was between like $400 and $600. And honestly, the one that we would need to be able to match some of the features that you're going to be able to have for free, we'd actually be paying $1,200 a month for it. So it's another $800 for the marketing module. If you're familiar with HubSpot, we've got the Sales Pro, and it would be the bundle that includes the Marketing Pro. So go ahead, look on HubSpot's website, price that out. It's going to be $1,200, and you'll get all of those features in this for $0 a month. You guys are so lucky. You guys better send me Christmas cards. Let me switch back. I can't see everything. All right, so I'm gonna bounce back and forth because on my screen I can't see all the comments at once. So luckily, no comments are coming in yet. Don't feel neglected if it takes a few minutes for me to respond to your comments. What else are we going to be getting? We're going to be getting the online portal. I mentioned that. You're going to get the cloud-based CRM, so you'll be able to access it from anywhere in the world. You and your employees can work from home. It keeps everyone's files, all their information, all your clients' information is going to be on this CRM. If you're not using a CRM, if you're not familiar with what a CRM is, Client Relationship Manager, and it's basically a database that stores everyone's profile. So you know who likes what food, who gets delivered where, what their notes are, that they had an issue with you 6 months ago that was resolved in XYZ way because the notes are going to be on your file. It handles marketing. It handles your email marketing. It handles text marketing. It has a VoIP system. You're going to have a phone line. Again, this is $0 a month. So you're going to get a free phone line as well. From that phone line, not only can you call out and get calls and have extensions and an IVR, you can also send out text and receive text through that phone. Pretty cool, right? All those things automatically go into the system. Email marketing, text marketing, all that jazz. And this is basically going to allow you to reduce your workload like immediately. It's going to reduce your need to hire staff. Like if you're this close from feeling overworked and you're like, man, I'm going to have to hire some other person just to handle this. This will not only prevent you from having to hire that extra person, but probably several other people as you grow. Because especially with customer service, sales, and marketing, having software that's able to automate stuff and shave, a minute here, a couple minutes there on repetitive tasks that happen with every client or the majority of clients, whether it's through the enrollment process or ongoing customer service or retention, whatever else, having software that does it makes it so you don't have to hire a person to do it, right? So this is going to allow you to scale faster, more efficiently, with less headache, less sleepless nights and having to put less money out for, salaries, staff, whatever else. It's also going to eliminate human errors, very costly human errors, because now the software is going to be doing these things. So there's no, oh, I forgot to do this. Oh, I didn't put this in. Oh, I could have swore I clicked that. Oh, I could have swore I sent that. This is all going to be done. The software doesn't forget to do anything. The software doesn't get sick, doesn't have a day off, doesn't have a rough morning, doesn't have a morning where it didn't have its coffee and forgot to send out the morning emails. Like, the software is infallible. So you're going to, all those human errors eliminated, right? You'll be able to take orders automatically. I know some of you are using spreadsheets. You're getting your orders through email, through text, through smoke signals, people walking in and giving them to you, because you don't have a system that makes it easy for you to take the orders in. This is going to take care of all of that, right? Cool. What else? It's going to improve. It's going to automate your marketing, which is great. A lot of people don't understand, like, when someone gets to a certain level in their marketing process, their sales process, their relationship with you, if someone's on week 3, sending them an email that's pertinent to the things they need to know about week 3 of your service. That's having that automated increases the likelihood that it goes out perfectly, because the software is doing it, increases the likelihood that that person is going to get that information that you need them to have. And if that information is going to be what keeps them retained and happy as a customer, because they are more understanding and aware of what their features of your service are, and there's less misunderstandings, that's great, right? Well, what about front end, the sales process, the offensive line, having someone who becomes a lead on day 1, making sure that without any fail, that email that was supposed to go out on day 3, whatever it is, a lot of you guys probably don't have an in-depth sales process. This is going to allow you to automate it, and we're going to work on a system, and I'll show you how to say what to say, how to say it, when to say it. We're going to work on that. So you'll have templates and all this other stuff that can go out automatically. You don't have to remember, oh, it's day 3 in my sales effort for these 10 leads, and it's day 4 on my sales effort for these 5 leads, and these guys get this text and these guys get this email. It's all going to be done, right? That's going to increase retention. It's going to increase sales. You'll close deals faster. You'll close more deals. The entire experience from the member's perspective is going to be better, because they're going to be more informed. And I just can't stress enough how awesome this is going to be. And I think that covers just about everything. So, all right, guys, see it. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get into it. How do I bring up the software? Here we go. Now, you guys, oops, I lost that. Bear with me. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gasoline. I found it. Different section. Now, how do I get rid of that? Here we go. Boom. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's cutting off my name over here. Well, you guys know who I am. So as the banner says, mealprepbiz101.com. If for some reason you haven't been to the website, check it out. I've got a bunch of stuff on there. If you're not a member of the Meal Plan Mafia, you're definitely going to want to be a member of the Meal Plan Mafia, because my consultation members and my Meal Plan Mafia members are going to get the advantage of the first. They'll get preferential treatment on enrollment. We are going to be getting a discount for you guys based on there is a enrollment fee. So I'll go over that. The Meal Plan Mafia members, everyone who's in my private membership in any way, I'm going to be able to offer special pricing. I haven't gotten confirmation yet from the powers that be that I can tell you publicly what that pricing is. For those who are in the Meal Plan Mafia, you guys already have that information. But what I can say is their retail, what they're expecting to charge once this is available publicly. Again, this software is not available publicly, but I'm not going to hold the pricing till the end. It's normally $2,500. We are going to be getting you down to less than half that. I'm not going to say exactly what it is yet, because I don't want to get in trouble. I mentioned before, it's a publicly traded company that owns this portfolio. So not knowing what their marketing and pricing plans are and all that other stuff, I have to hear from 3 levels up what they're going to be able to do for us. But the long and short of it is, it's going to be much cheaper. And actually, if you do fill out the inquiry form below, one of the links below, you'll get information, a special offer on the special pricing. Through anything private, I'm allowed to tell you what it is, but just advertising publicly, anybody who stumbles upon this video on YouTube or something, not supposed to have any pricing in there. So it's going to be less than 2,500 bucks. And like I said, 2,500 bucks is just what you'd be paying for CRM enrollment with HubSpot. You would have none of the other stuff, no ordering system. You have to figure out the website and all that other jazz yourself. So let's see if I can get this up. There we go. Okay, it's zoomed in, big screen. There we go. All right, so now I got to switch over here to view it. So this is the CRM. Now there's another video I did on the front, not even the front end, the back end of the meal plan ordering software, where it shows you, like I showed you guys, where you put your menus in and you handle delivery and plating and packaging and all that jazz. I did that in another video. So to avoid boring those people who have seen that, check that link out in the notes below. There's going to be a link. I'm sorry for everybody on Facebook. I wasn't able to post it in time, but excuse me, if you go to the YouTube posting of this, there will be a link to that walkthrough. That walkthrough actually isn't posted publicly on YouTube either. That walkthrough has only been shared with my private group. So that's another thing that kind of keeping hush hush. But this is the back end of the ordering system. This is going to have to deal more with the marketing and sales and the office work that you guys are going to be doing. The other module that I just mentioned, that link will take you to a video that's again more for the back end of the ordering process. But this is where your strategy, sales, and some other really cool tools are going to be coming into play. So this is the dashboard. This is customizable. You can make whatever stats you want to show up on here. This is a brand new database. All I've done actually is load your contact information. Actually, if you're one of my members, I've put your information in here, and that's all I've done. So I haven't set out any email campaigns or anything like that yet, but I am going to start using it myself just to become more familiar with it. So I have started working on some campaigns here, started just to get familiar with how everything works. This is where you'll create an email campaign. Now, an email campaign can be one email or it could be a series of emails, and you can also tie in automations so that you have emails and texts going out simultaneously. Well, not simultaneously, but however you schedule it. So you can make it so a good example is someone who's a sales lead. Let's say you're going to pursue them for 10 days while they're a warm lead, and you want a strategy so that if they don't get on the phone with you, an email will go out, then another email will go out, then a text goes out the next day, then an email, and you can change your message and make it strategic so that they're not getting blasted with an email every day, but they're also not getting blasted with a text every day. And all that can be automated within this system. Now, they also have email templates that you can get into. So here's a template area. They already have some templates. I like using blank templates. If you guys see the emails that I send out, I don't do visuals and graphics and all that jazz for two reasons. One, I'll be honest, I'm lazy. I'm all about reducing friction. And if I put a graphic in one, I feel like I have to have graphic in all of them, and it has to be different every time. I'll try to make it relevant to whatever I'm talking about. And I don't do that. Not for you guys. Now with Fit Food Fresh, with a meal prep company, obviously you're going to have pictures of food in there. And, you know, with my stuff, it's more of a service. You guys are business owners. You guys either want to read my emails or you don't. Me having a picture of me in there isn't going to make you want to read it more, or, you know, read my email more. So I go with the blank stuff. I just go right here. But if you want to make it jazzy, you can do it yourself, or they've got some great emails here, and they're adding more in there, more templates. So you can just go in and start customizing. Now, if you've used an email management system before, marketing system before, like this is very familiar to me. This is very familiar to MailChimp. So I've got a lot of experience with MailChimp. I'm not a fan of the layout of MailChimp. I don't think it makes any sense. I think it's horrible from a user interface perspective, but their email builder looks exactly like this. And that is the one nice thing about MailChimp. Navigating MailChimp sucks, but this is pretty cool. So the fact that they took, and I'll be straight up, one thing I love about this system is like I said, I loved HubSpot. and they took a lot of the stuff I loved about HubSpot. Everything I love about HubSpot, they've put into this and more. Like I mentioned, they also took the best aspects of MailChimp, which is really smart because MailChimp's been around forever. So copy the smartest guy in the class, right? They've got a lot of experience, and changing these modules out. I could sit here and change this button out for something else. What do I want to change it to? I can make it say. I could change the text color. I could change the text to say something different. I could change the alignment. So nothing. I mean, all these. I'm not going to get into it and waste your time building out a new email, but we got a lot to cover. But the gist of it is, you're able to see all these different sections, change the font, change what's in there, remove it completely. I don't want that in there, change it to a different offer. But they give you these different templates, so you can, change the color to whatever you want and, do whatever you want. You guys get the point. Now, here's how it's going to look on desktop. But a lot of people are on mobile. So now I'm able to see what it's going to look like on mobile because these guys are that smart. It's already done. All right, let's get out of here. Add more columns, add images, text dividers, all that jazz. You're either excited or you're not by now. Let's go into the phone marketing, SMS marketing. So now, people are busy. Email, not always the best way to reach a lot of people. Good luck catching me on email unless you're, you personally know me and I personally know you. I guess that's more important. I'm probably not going to open your email, but here's an email, or I'm sorry, here's a text that I was working on because almost like what do you think the average open rate is for an email? Like a good email open rate is like above 20%. Like that's pretty good. With text, how many people what do you think the open rate on text is? Probably like damn near 100%. Maybe there's some people who delete their text without opening them, but text open rate is damn near 100%. And a lot of times it's the fastest way to reach people. It's the fastest way to reach me. You'll probably reach me through text faster than you'll get me on the phone, because text allows me to respond when I want to. If you call me, I don't know why you're calling me. If I don't recognize your number, I'm not going to just blindly call you back. If you left a voice message, yeah, maybe I'll get around to listening to the voice message, but when's that going to be? It might be tonight at 9 and I can't call you back. But a text, you can hit me right now while I'm busy. And then once I get out of the meeting, I'll text you back, especially if you let me know what's going on, what it's about. We got the stats over here, how many responses you get. And what's cool is when the text goes out, text comes back in, you're able to have that. The system's going to recognize it and link it automatically to that customer, that client, that contact. So then you can go into their profile and you'll see the history of automated texts that have gone out to them. Any manual text, if you want to send a one-on-one text to somebody, you can do that. You can have it so it automatically puts their name in there. So it says, hey, first name, and it just automatically says, hey, John. It seems personalized. What else is cool? Voicemail drops. Do you guys even know what voicemail drops are? Probably not. Now, I'm from the call center industry, and voicemail drops are something that, man, it's like a unicorn. Not a lot of companies use it. It's super powerful. And what is it? It's basically, I'm able to pre-record a voicemail, send it right to your inbox without having to call. So when I call you, like every phone call is like 2 to 3 minutes without you picking up. That's me just leaving a voicemail. It's 2 to 3 minutes. This can simultaneously send out probably an unlimited amount of voicemails at one time that go right to someone's voicemail box. You don't have to worry about ring, 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 ring. Hey, thanks for calling, blah, 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 blah. Leave a message after the beep. Like that's the short version. Normally it's much longer. Like I said, just to leave a voicemail perfectly the first time, you're talking 2 to 3 minutes. Multiply that times every single one of your customers. Multiply that times, every time someone has to note the file that they called out, that they left a voice message, close the profile, go to the next profile, open it up, dial the number. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you guys get the point. Voicemail drop, sends it out. Voicemails. If you choose to go that route, text, it's super, super convenient. Landing pages. This will build a landing page for you guys. You'll be able to build it yourself, but this can be a capture form. You can have special landing pages. A great example is if you got a relationship with a certain gym and you want to offer them a branded landing page so that their members are able to feel like they're still within that special little bubble of that relationship they have through the gym. They're getting special treatment. You have a branding landing page. The gym's also going to dig that because it reinforces their brand with their members. It's, having the ability to just build out your own landing page is beautiful. And again, this is something that is offered through HubSpot. And if this didn't exist, I was planning on doing all these training modules and showing you how to build out landing pages on HubSpot. And now I don't have to do that because they're included with this. You also, again, that package that has the landing pages on HubSpot, that's the $1,200 package that I was talking about. So this one, I don't think I really screwed around with it too much. I just, here's an example of a landing page. This one's not even done very well. This is just something I threw together. You throw in the questions that you want to ask. I don't even think I have this one up yet. You can put it on a customized URL. Maybe I want to make the URL specific to what the campaign was, so I remember what the landing page is for. Name it whatever you want. Put whatever graphics. And again, they have a landing page builder, just like the HubSpot or the email templates. So it makes it easy to build this stuff. So every one of you who is like, man, I've never built out a graphic email. I don't know HTML. I've never made a landing page. I don't even have a website. No problem. We got you. What's next? Landing pages, automations, jeepers creepers. So you guys, man, I'm spoiling you guys. I should take away some of these features. I'm so jealous that you guys are going to have this. Automations, I didn't get into playing with automations until not really deeply until the last 2 years, because there just wasn't a lot of software out there that offered it. A lot of it was custom design stuff that you'd have to learn to work with. I don't know how many of you have learned Zapier, but Zapier has been an amazing power for me to have. It feels like a superpower the last couple of years that I've been playing with Zapier. This makes it so you don't have to have Zapier. So what is this? Is this a good enough example? Let's just build one out really quick, maybe. Let me see what it looks like. So we'll do an automation. We'll call it test demo automation. And let's say that it's for a new lead that comes in. Web form submitted. So we built out that landing page. We put a web form on it. Someone fills out that form, clicks the submit button, and now they are going to be triggering this series of events. Now I can add an action. Is that what I do here? Bear with me. I haven't fully gotten used to this yet. Oops, I think it was just there. Okay, so this is basically the same one I started building out. Okay. Okay, yeah, so that's where we add it. So now I select, so again, sorry to break, I skipped to the next one, but we're basically doing the same thing. It's just a different name, and I already built this one out. So the scenario is someone fills out a new lead. In this scenario, I had a tag assigned to them. So that means like I tagged their profile as new lead. So later, if I wanted to do a search for people who have a new lead tag, I could just do a search for new lead and pull up everyone who has that tag. So that's basically the event that triggers. So when this tag is added, the new lead tag is going to be added to somebody. It's going to trigger this event. This event is going to send them a welcome email. So here's the email. I just click here to add it. Let's go in here to edit it. And look, they've already got the template. The template's already here. Now, what we're going to work on, and I'm going to get into this later, but we're going to work on hooking you guys up with some templates that are a bit better than this. This is nice. You see right here, things like this, autofill. So you can, put in like right here, autofills their first name. So it says, hey, Dave. And the next person, if the name is Ryan, hey, Ryan. And it's got all this already in there. So again, I didn't put this in. They put it in. But I'll tell you later how we're going to make that even better. Up here gives me an idea of, or lets me have control over when I want to send this out. Do I want to send it out immediately when entering the automation? No problem. Do I want to send it out the next day, 2 days later? I could put any kind of delay on here. I could also, like I mentioned before, make a series where, one email goes out right away asking them for an appointment. Hey, saw that you were interested. Here's a link to my calendar. Let's book an appointment and talk about getting you on a meal prep company. Day 2, send out a second email. Hey, Ryan, I know that, you were interested. We didn't get a chance to connect yet. Here's a link to my calendar. Here's my schedule. Pick a time that's convenient for you. Day 3, hey, Ryan, I know you're probably a really busy guy, yada, 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 and just progresses all the way through. So you have these different intelligent emails going out that are based on that person's individual situation. You don't want to keep on sending them the same email as if it's day 1 and they just filled something out, because it might be a month later and they're going to read that and be like, I didn't just fill out anything. You're a liar. Bye. But if it seems like it's individualized, if they feel like a person is on the other end of that email, sending this out, taking their time to send out a personalized email right to them because of something that they asked for, they're going to feel more obligated to respond, right? So you want it to seem as natural as possible by making it seem as detailed as possible. So you're able to call them by their first name. I see that you were looking in the vegan plans, whatever. You can have this very intelligently done. So you have a certain profile form that is just for the yoga studio down the street. Hey, I see that you're coming from blank gym or blank yoga studio or blank, whatever, fill in the blank. See that you're an employee at JG Wetworth and we're doing a special deal for all you guys and you signed up at the demo, yada, yada, yada. It's like, oh, wow, that is just for me. I did sign up at the demo that was at my work the other, 3 days ago, last week, whenever, and have all that referenced in there. Again, you want to make it seem like they are just looking at the comments. Sorry. Tom is tickled pink. And, you guys get the gist. So templates already in there, and there's a few different templates that we can use. Welcome confirmation, follow-up email, and we're going to build this out, and we're going to make this crazy lethal. You guys are going to be like, my vision, I'll describe this more at the end, but we're going to be like the Navy SEALs of the meal prep game, like Delta 6. All right, so type in the subject, yada, 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 something that's captivating. We're going to go over that in future stuff. But basically, functionality-wise, this stuff is done for you. Like I'm going to make it so that if you have this and your business fails, you got to look in the mirror because everything's basically going to be done for you. You just got to make the damn food. So that's automations. What else we got? We got pop-ups. Now, if you guys go to my website, you'll notice that if you try, and you'll see this on a lot of websites, but if you go to mealprepbiz101.com, I have an exit pop-up. So when you go to exit off of my page, there's a special offer that'll pop up or something that's like, hey, before you go, sign up for this, sign up for that. The goal is to get someone's information, whether it's through a capture form or through just an email, whatever, so that you can reach out to them again. If you're doing marketing and you're paying money to get someone to come to your website and look at your stuff, you want to make sure you grab that person's information so that you can circle back, because a lot of people, they're busy, especially people looking for meal prep businesses. I can say this so much. You sell convenience and you cater to the busiest people in the world. Remember that every time you make a business decision. Well, should I do this or should I do this? What's going to be best based on those two things? Because first and foremost, that's what you have to keep in mind. Your customers who need you the most and will most value your service are going to be the hardest ones for you to get a hold of. So not only do you need to be really good at getting their information immediately when you're talking to them at an event, hey, do you have a business card? Hey, you mind me getting your information? Hey, you want to fill out this form? Give me an email. I'll send you a follow-up on this. I'll send you a special coupon on this. Get someone's email, get their phone number, get their name. Pop-ups can do that. So you could put this on your site. Again, if you don't have a site, great. Now you got a site. Now we're going to set you up with the ordering system and a login. So if someone goes there, you can get this on them. But this is going to be a slightly more aggressive capture form. It's not going to be slightly more aggressive. It's quite a bit more aggressive than you having an inquiry form. And y'all better have inquiry forms on your websites. I've been looking at a lot of the websites. I'm going to start doing regular teardowns of your websites. If you guys, aren't going to get butthurt about it, I'm not going to, it's nothing personal, but you guys aren't going to get better if I just give you compliments. You guys need my critiques. So I want to start peeling through some of your websites. Some of y'all don't even have capture forms. Some of y'all don't have a way for me to email you. If I want to give you my money, you got to make it as easy as possible. So have a pop-up that asks me, for, hey, 15, I see you're about to leave. What if you got 15% off your first order? Just fill out, subscribe to our newsletter, look for new deals, whatever, and whatever it is. Web forms. Again, that's kind of like the landing page. The web forms are more of, and you can custom design these. You can custom design the web forms. Another way to capture information. I'll call them inquiry forms, capture forms, web forms. It's all synonymous. The idea is, give me your info. I want to put you in a lead funnel, and I want to hit you with a series of emails, text, phone calls until you sign up, and I make you a happy member of my amazing service. Billing, put all the billing information in. This is, I think, more for, yeah. So this is, so this is more for the CRM itself, and they don't have this built out yet. Yeah. So this is B2B, not having to deal with the software. Phone system, we can dive in, play around with that. I'm not going to look like there's a whole lot, but extensions. I mean, there's not a whole lot for me to show you here. It's kind of boring stuff. But this is where you'd set up the extensions. So you have one phone number, multiple extensions, very common. That way, people are, and you have an IVR. That the IVR is when you have call Fit Food Fresh as IVR. Don't push any of the buttons to talk to anybody. But I invite you guys to call, and I think you'll get a different message whether it's during hours or after hours. But if you call during hours, we've got Christopher Walken calling. Help, let me call right now. Let me see if it'll do it really quick. This is our IVR. Gotta keep it fun.
I hate to break it to you, but the Fit Food Fresh team isn't in. We feel downright awful that we missed a chance to chat with you. So please leave a message or send us an email. Then you should call your mother. I'm sure she'd love to hear from you.
All right. Now, if you call during hours, Christopher Walken walks you through a series of buttons that you can push. And it's like, press 1 for customer service. We make customer service a priority. We show it by making it the first option you can push. So press 1 for customer service, press 2 for, I don't know, sales. I forget. Press 5 for a knock joke. Or no, I'm sorry. It's a walk-in joke because it's Christopher Walken. So they're all, it's a series of Christopher Walken reading jokes like, a guy walks into a bar with a slab of asphalt under his arm, and the bartender asks how he can help him, and the man says, "I'll have one beer for me and one for the road." Get it? It's Christopher Walken, walk-in joke, slab of asphalt, beer for the road, asphalt road. Yeah, we have a few of them. I forget the other ones, but use your imagination. I'm just showing you what's possible. But yeah, so that's the IVR. You'll be able to have that, have custom recordings, have more phone numbers. You can set up more phone numbers if you want. I like having one main phone number. I like using a local number. I'm giving you guys so many tips and tricks. Use a 561 number. I mean, not 561, but use a local number. Everyone wants to use the 800 number and 866, and we've got an 866 number, but I like using local number. I want people to know, hey man, I'm in your neighborhood. I'm not some company that's in another state shipping you meals or whatever else. I'm part of your community. Or some of you are going to be shipping and maybe you want to make it look like you're bigger. You wouldn't want to use a New York area code if you're trying to sell someone in Florida. Use the 800 number. You can get all those 866 numbers, whatever you want. You get all those set up. Get the different extensions. Right now, this is the one that I have set up. This will forward to my phone. That's not my phone number, but this will forward to my phone. There's an app that, and you can, like I said, you could add more numbers as well, add more extensions. You can forward certain stuff. You can, when Dave's on vacation, you can have his extension forward to Mike, who's still here, or when, whatever. All that's there. It's a full, legit VoIP phone service. This isn't like an add-on feature. This is another company that this publicly traded company owns, and they've combined them with their CRM just to make things super, super sick. You got the dialer apps. You'd be able to, if you're on Android, I have this installed on my phone. So my phone basically works. This is called a soft phone. If you're not familiar, a hard phone, like hardware, is a hard tangible item. So that hard phone that's sitting on your desk, the phone that's sitting on your desk, that's a hard phone. A soft phone would be a software-based phone. It's like an app that you have on your cell phone, or it's an app that you'd have as a Google or a Chrome extension, or a piece of software or an app on your computer. And then you plug in a headset or whatever you want, a Bluetooth, whatever, and you take your calls that way. So this way, when I'm out of state or I'm at a convention or on vacation or at home, I can make and receive calls through my cell phone or through my laptop, just like I would if I were in the office using a hard phone. IVR settings, this is what I was talking about before. I guess I got ahead of myself. You could put on different recordings. You could put on music. You build out the different IVR menus. So it's press 1 to talk to billing, whatever. The phone system settings. This is, again, not the sexiest stuff. I'm sure I'm not really tantalizing you guys with this, but just showing you guys, this is a full built out system. These aren't like, this isn't a makeshift CRM with a makeshift ordering system, with a makeshift phone system, with a makeshift customer service system. Like all of this, these are all the best of what they are. These are full blown software services that by themselves are sold to major companies, licensed to major companies. They run their companies off of this. And then these guys just tied it all together to make it super dope for you. Let's go back to the CRM, and we're going to go to the marketing side. Marketing side, we were already going through that. The sales side is what we're going to go to. There we go. I feel like I was showing you guys this before. Again, this is the sales dashboard. Again, this is all going to be customizable. It gives you your stats. The sales process, that's something that we definitely want to take a look at. Deals, for those of you who are familiar with HubSpot, man, I feel like I discussed this with you guys before, but I'm trying to remember when and which video. Maybe it's just a deja vu. So in any case, here's what we call, I've seen it called a pipeline, like HubSpot calls this a pipeline, and your objective is to move people from this side to this side, ideally right here, because that means that they sold. But this gives you a visual representation. So each one of these is a contact that's become a deal. So the way that works is having someone's contact information in your system makes them a contact. Having a certain event happen with that contact now turns them into a deal. Now, in most sales pipelines, the event that they'll consider worth making them a deal is when you engage with them. You set an appointment with them, you have a phone call with them, something happens to show that it's more than just someone's information I have. I got an affirmation back from them that they want to talk more about this. So at that point, contact made. Now they'll either progress. You could never go to this system or this screen, and these cards will still progress through this way, because as you change their disposition on their file, they'll move through here. Or if you want to be a tactile person, you can move them this way. You can just boom. Or like this guy, after the proposal was presented, I either win it or I lose it. And this guy tells me, oh, it's not for me. Boom, I knock him over here. Now, with those automations that I was telling you about before, guess what we can do? Regardless of where they go, at what stage they're at, I can make this a trigger for the automation. So I can make it so that after I've proposed the presentation, I just got off the phone with this dude. I was like, all right, you want this many meals a day for you and your wife. It's going to cost you this much. Here's how we set up. Here's okay, I got to talk with my wife and then I'll get back to you. Okay, proposal presented. Now I've got something where as soon as I bring him from, being booked or having the appointment, now I've signified to the system the appointment has been done. This is going to send out a series of emails or texts. Hey, Dave, it was great talking to you. Here's a summary of what we discussed so you can review it with your wife. Here's a link to my calendar. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to set up your profile. Here's whatever you want. You can start that just by moving these people to these different dispositions or these different positions. So none of this is real, but I don't know why I want to put this back over here. All right. What is this? Oh, add deal. So if I wanted to manually put somebody in here or add a deal without a contact, I could do it this way. The way I like to do it, and I can't think of any instances where you'd want to do it this way. I always like having the contact in first and converting that contact to a deal. Just makes it easier. And that works for companies as well as contacts. Contacts are going to be the individual. The company is when you guys start getting into business relationships. Actually, let me jump over here so I don't show everybody's contact information. Come on. What am I getting into? Sorry if I just showed your contact information. Hopefully you won't get too many calls. If anything, it'll just be other meal prep companies looking for friends. What do we got here? This is, okay, so this is the activities. This is where, you know, when I'm in the pursuit of a deal or something like that, and I want to schedule something, like I get somebody on the phone, they're like, hey, Casey, I really want to talk to you. I definitely want this awesome meal plan, but I'm driving. I'm walking into a meeting. I'm going into a tunnel. I'm putting out a fire. You know, give me a call back Wednesday. Okay, no problem. Follow-up call for Wednesday. This one expired because this one has a date in the past. So this is the due date. But while I'm going through my busy day on Wednesday, I don't have to remember to call anybody. This system is going to pop up and say, hey, you're supposed to call Dave back. Here's the details. Here's the notes from your last call. Oh, that's right. I called Dave on Friday. He told me he was going out of town for the weekend. He won't be back and settled until Wednesday. So then I call. I know exactly where I left off. Or what's even better is you can have this assigned to another person in the office so they know where that call left off. It's like, oh, Dave, I'm not going to be in the office, but I'm going to have my buddy Mike give you a call. I work with Mike all the time. He knows the ins and outs of the program just as much as I do, if not better. And you're in great hands. He's going to give you a call back Wednesday at 4 per your request. You don't even have to talk to Mike. Mike could be off that day. Mike's going to get an alert. He's going to show him that it was assigned to him. You can assign the task to somebody else as well. So Mike's going to get an alert that says it was assigned, so he has a heads up. Then he's going to get another alert when he's busy in the middle of his day Wednesday. And he's going to say, hey, you got to make this call for Dave. Or I lost track of everybody's names. I forget. Oh, wait, I'm Casey. Dave's the prospect, and Mike is, okay, I'm back. Customization. You can connect your email. This is another cool thing in HubSpot, where you can connect your email account so that it will read the emails that are coming in and out. It could automatically make contacts for them if you want. Like if you have an email that's dedicated to sales, dedicated to customer service, and you're not going to be getting any non-client emails, or even if you are, what's cool is when someone emails that, like let's say you've got info. A lot of people have info at mywebsite.com. When someone emails that inbox, you can make it so that it automatically creates them as a contact. It'll automatically associate that email and any further correspondence, any future correspondence with that contact in the profile. So I can see that somebody, and I can do it for certain inboxes. I can make it so that anyone who anyone who sends an email to info@mywebsite.com creates a contact for them. But when someone emails your CEO, it doesn't necessarily create a contact for them. Why would that be bad? Well, what if your CEO or your chef is being contacted by a vendor? You don't want to, you might not want to send vendor solicitation information. I wouldn't really care. If the Cisco rep is getting my sales emails, I don't care. Maybe he'll buy some food from me. But if you didn't want that to happen, no problem. If you conduct a lot of personal emails, you shouldn't. Try to keep your personal emails in your personal inbox. But that's another cool thing. It automatically creates these contacts. So you don't have to go in and be like, oh, this guy seems like he's serious. Let me remember to take all of his information out of the email and go into my CRM and input it in there and then pursue him as a lead. Boom, done for you. What else? Support tickets. You can also have, and I didn't even show you the support ticket system yet. I think I mentioned it before in other videos. All this sounds so familiar. So forgive me if I'm going through this again. I've been so excited. I know I've done at least one other demo video, 2 other demo videos. One of them's more for people who are enrolling. So support tickets, what is that? Well, you guys are probably familiar. Whenever you reach out to these big companies, they make a support ticket. They don't have someone who's available for you right away. See, Nerdy Fit Chef says, crap, gotta run. You are the man. We'll watch this later. You're the man. You guys are, I gotta tell you guys, I'm so appreciative of the support that I get. I get a lot of, compliments from you guys, a lot of praise, a lot of thanks. I know Tom has been thanking me a lot, and I really appreciate your appreciation. So you guys rock, and I want to continue to just feed you all the plays and all the lessons and everything I can. Auto create tickets. So support tickets, contact these big companies. They don't have someone available. It generates a support ticket that could be assigned to a specific person, a specific team or group in your company. And then you're able to track to make sure that that's resolved. So if you have a dedicated like help at my website.com, if someone emails help at mywebsite.com, you can make it so that creates a support ticket. So whoever's in charge of that's brought to their attention without it having to end up in their inbox. It might be a shared inbox. So again, this is just, I can go so long on so much of this stuff. And you can connect Gmail, Outlook, Yahoo, IMAP, POP3. If you guys don't know the difference between IMAP and POP3, I don't really either. One of them allows the email to be showing up in multiple inboxes. So if you have it, showing up on your phone's email and your laptop, you're able to see it. The other one makes it so it only goes to one inbox. So that kind of sucks. And I forget which is which, but hopefully you guys are using Gmail. Use Gmail, use Google Suite. You guys have heard me mention it in the other videos. Google Suite's awesome. I've got links, and I really appreciate you using my referral link, really just because I'm curious to see how much they give me. It's only $6 a month. So they're probably giving me like a nickel or something, but still use my link. Nickel earned is a nickel earned. We got the API. If you guys are nerds, or if you guys know some nerds other than me, you're going to be really excited about this. This allows your software, even though this has so many features and so many abilities, the API and the callback are going to allow you to play with Zapier webhooks. It's going to allow you to integrate with other software. So even though this software does so much, if there's something that it doesn't do and you want it to talk to some other piece of software, no problemo. We've got the APIs. We also got the developer documentation. If you guys have never worked on a development project before, if you guys have never integrated software together before, you're not going to appreciate this. I'm almost mad at you for it, but just trust me that this is awesome. Your developer, if you're working with a developer, or if you're the nerd under your roof, then you're going to be very happy. Your developer is going to be really happy to have all this documentation done. So you can it's just mindless. It's just all there. It tells me where to find what I need to find, where I need to connect it. This is so well done. Gosh, Christmas cards, guys. I want Christmas cards. Maybe someone will name their kid after me. The beautiful thing about the name Casey is you can name a boy or a girl Casey. I won't be offended. I think it's a beautiful name for a girl. So just hint. If I change your life and make your business super successful. Let's talk about languages. How many languages? There was a section where there's a drop down. Forget. There was a section somewhere where it dropped down. Here we go. Look at all these languages. I said it was a dozen before. Let's count them. That's 4. Okay, just short of a dozen. So at English, Espanol. Espanol is very much like Spanish. I'm just kidding. Portuguese, Francais. Man, I don't want to say. Is that Farsi or Arabic? Someone let me know if you know. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? That's German. Italiano, Russian. That looks like Russian. Netherlands. I probably just offend them if I try doing that accent. And Turkey. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just short of a dozen. So I lied. But I don't know what language you speak. If you're listening to me, I know you at least speak English. What else we got here? I could use some Creole. I definitely know. Maybe my Creole friends from Haiti would be able to get away with some Francais. But other than that, this is a great start. I mean, how many different continents are these languages? These are probably the top. I think these are the top 12 most common languages, maybe. Maybe that's how they determined what they were going to do here. So my friends in Quebec, we can maybe get away with some Francais, even though it's not. I think you guys speak Quebecois. And then maybe we'll get some Creole in there. But that's pretty cool. I mean, how well thought out is that? How many software programs do you know of who have like seen around the curve and gone, maybe, just maybe, people all over the world are going to want this awesome software. I'm calling it the Thanos glove, because the power that you guys are going to have with this software is friggin' unbelievable. I was talking about the ticketing system before. This is where you're going to see a lot of that. I have special announcements that I'm holding until the end. I should have mentioned that in the beginning, but I'm not really good at this stuff. And I was a little too excited about diving into it. Again, this has its own dashboard, again, customizable, see the stats you want. Tickets and issues, you're able to see what's going on, what needs to be done. They could be internal, they could be external, they could be, hey, Rita in logistics needs an update on this, or she needs this list. Or it could be member Kevin needs a confirmation that we can deliver to his guardhouse, even though he's missing a fob. You got the boards, and it's just a visual layout of all the lists of issues that we'd have. We have reports. Do we have more issues? Do we have less issues? Are they getting resolved faster? Track all these things that I guarantee none of you are doing all of this. And I'd be very surprised to find out who's even doing like a tenth of these things. So tracking this stuff, getting visuals on this stuff, getting automation reports and all this jazz, like, you guys, you might have to name 2 kids after me. All right, I guess that's a good amount. I think we're coming up on an hour. I wanted to try to keep this somewhat short, reasonable. There's always so much more I can get into. So let's see. There I am. Now let's go over some of the special announcements. Oh, I didn't tell you about the other stuff. You know what else is in there? There's a referral code generator. If you don't understand what that is, your customers can generate a referral code for themselves, automated, connected to them. It could be a special offer attached to it, whatever. And now you can set up whatever incentive you want, whether they get a flat dollar amount or a discount. And when they give out that referral code to their friends, you can automate that entire process. So what really sucks is when someone refers somebody to you. Like we offer, we give you credit. When you refer somebody, we give you credit. And when you set that expectation, if you're not able to automatically get that out to them, like some people are going to refer somebody on the day their orders due, and they want to save that extra money off their order. So they're going to want that credit to hit their bank account, their online account as soon as possible. If it's not automated, it's going to be hard to do. And what's scary is when someone refers somebody to you and they don't get that credit, and they feel like, oh, I don't want to like ask for the credit. Like some of you are probably like, there's people who are like embarrassed about using coupons. Like they'll do it through an online interface, but they won't walk into a store through with the coupon. I was reading an article about that and like the strategy behind giving someone something tangible that they have to deal with, face to face versus allowing them to do it through, tech or just something automated. In any case, if I refer somebody to you and I'm kind of shy and I don't feel like asking for the referral thing, I feel like you should assume, I should assume that, I referred Dave and you should give me the credit. I might feel a certain type of way if I don't see that credit, if you just forget about it. And I've had people who are like, I've referred like several people to you guys never give me the credit. It's like, oh man, we would love to give you, we love giving referral credits. Why didn't you tell us? Like, oh, well, I figured, when Susie signed up, she said she mentioned my name. And when Dave signed up, he said she mentioned my name. I was just waiting for the credit and I never got it. They'll feel a certain type of way. They might stop referring people to you. They might stop ordering from you. Don't offend their ego. Automate it. Again, this allows them to create their own referral coupon, give it out to their friends. You basically turn them into a salesperson. That costs you zero salary. It costs you food. That's awesome. This system has it. It's going to help you grow. It's going to help you make everything more efficient. Now, the special announcements, I'm really excited about this. I haven't figured out everything, but I've got like this grandiose plan that I just have to kind of organize. But here's my goal. I got 2 goals. Here's the first goal. I want to get 100 companies, 100 of y'all, to 100 members. Now, I know some people are closer than others. I know some of you guys are already well into the hundreds. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I want some people who are in at least the double digits. You got to have at least 10, because I'm sure anybody with less than 10 probably doesn't have a huge need for this yet. But I want to get you guys to that 3-figure mark with your membership base. So I want to get 100 companies to 100 members. I want to do it in the next 2 years. And here's why. In our first 2 years, I think we got over 200. So if I start now, I feel like I should be able to reach out to enough of you guys, get enough of you guys on this. And then I want to get you guys to 100. The next goal after that, once I get 100 companies to 100, I want to get 100 companies. So 100 companies to 100 members. Then I want to get 100 companies, might not be the same companies, but then I want my next goal after that is going to be to get 100 companies to $1 million in revenue. And I was just thinking the other night, I was talking to a friend. I was like, you imagine how hard it is to make like $100 million company. Like the game changes, the advertising changes. You have to be on more platforms. You have to have more intelligent. But what would it take for me to get to $1 million with 100 companies? Still $100 million. It's not like it's my $100 million, but I still think that'd be an amazing feat to accomplish. So those are my first two goals. After I accomplish those, we'll see what we can go. Maybe 100 companies to 100 million. I don't know. No, that'd be crazy. Maybe we'll see. The software is pretty insane. Now, how am I going to do that? It's one thing to have these grandiose goals, but without a plan, it's just a wish. Well, I am. We're going to be doing some crazy stuff. I mentioned before, you guys are going to be like a select few of you are going to be like SEAL Team 6, some Delta Force stuff. We're going to get elite. The meal plan mafia is going to evolve. It is going to, well, here's what I have planned. I'm going to get expert interviews. I'm going to get a weekly accountability meeting going. And this is going to be exclusive to people who are on the software. So the meal plan mafia is going to evolve to a core of people. It's not going to be just a private group. It's going to be a core of people who are on this software. And we're going to be working together. It is going to take more resemblance to the definition of mafia. We are going to be the meal plan mafia. And to quote one of my favorite poets, a gentleman out of New Orleans named Dwayne Michael Carter, if you ain't running with us, run from us. Because the meal plan mafia is going to be, it's going to be everywhere and you won't even know. You're not going to know who's a member unless you're on the inside. If you're on the outside and you're competing with a member of the meal plan mafia, you're not going to know about it. You're just going to be like, how's that company getting so much bigger than me? Why do I see them everywhere? Why is their marketing on point? Why does everyone I know talk about how great they are? That's what it's going to be like if you're on the outside of the meal plan mafia. Don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not coming after anybody, but I want a tight group of Navy SEALs, and we're just going to be the best at what we do. Whatever your niche is, whether you're vegan, big portions, little portions, keto, paleo, I don't care what your niche is. I don't care if you're selling lasagnas. Get in the meal plan mafia, get on the software. We're also going to arm you guys just like the Navy SEALs. We're going to have exclusive training, exclusive intel, exclusive resources. How many of you guys have designed a really effective email marketing campaign? You guys want access to templates for a meal plan specific email marketing campaign? Better than the templates that are already loaded in there. Those templates are a joke. I'll be honest. It's cool that they're in there. It's better than nothing. It's better than you typing all that stuff out by yourself, but no, that's nothing. How about text? How many of you guys have made a really effective text campaign? How many of you guys want access to that kind of stuff? To already know what to say, when to say it, how to say it. Retention, sales. Yeah, anybody want some help? Get on the meal plan mafia. The experts that I'm going to be bringing in, we're also going to, I want to develop a brain trust. I want to continually feed you guys, people who are smarter than me at all of these things. I'm not going to be the one making your email marketing templates. I will start. I will give you the stuff that I already have. I'll set you up with that, but we're going to get some experts involved. We're going to constantly critique it. We're going to have like all these different nerves. Each one of these companies, each meal plan who's in the meal plan mafia is going to become like this little nerve somewhere that's just collecting information. They're trying their campaign. They're seeing what works. They're seeing what doesn't. We're going to do some A/B testing. We're going to see that this works better. We're going to see that that works better. And then we're going to refine it. And then next month it's going to get better. And then a month after that, it's going to be better. And everyone who's going to be contributing and taking part and pulling as a team to share that information, everyone is going to benefit from that. We're going to constantly refine and improve and grow. And when somebody's feeling a certain type of trend hit in California, what makes you think that you're not going to be feeling that trend hit in New York or in Florida? Same business, same economy. I mean, as long as you're on this planet right now, we're all being affected the same ways. And as I showed you guys, there's plenty of different languages. So if you're outside of the US, don't worry. It's no problem. As long as one of your languages is on there, and you can obviously understand English, otherwise you wouldn't be listening to me this long. We got you. We figured it out. We're going to work together. And I'm really, really excited about this. So I'm pumped. I'm amped. I've got my first guinea pig in the hopper. I've got some other people lined up. If you fill out the link in the show notes below, I mentioned this before, I'm going to be able to tell you about the enrollment pricing. There's significant discount, and there's an additional discount to make this ridiculously cheap for you. It's a one-time fee, and then this costs you nothing. How by the way is such an amazing piece of software able to cost you nothing? That sounds ridiculous, right? I must charge you there must be an insane enrollment fee, right? $40,000 you heard me mention before. Well, then I also said it was less than $2,500, so I kind of gave that away already. Well, here's how it works. Have you ever heard of a company called Uber Eats or Grubhub? Probably. Have you ever used them? Probably. If you notice in your billing breakdown, they charge you service fee, they charge you tax, they charge you delivery, there's like a tip. Well, that service fee is charged to every single person who puts an order in. That's what this is going to do. It's going to charge a small line item service fee wrapped up in the taxes to each order that gets placed. So every time your member places an order, whether they're pickup or delivery or whatever, they're the ones who are going to be paying for your software. Pretty awesome, right? You get all of this free stuff, and your members are the ones paying for it. That's insane. So I want somebody to tell me why they don't want to use this. I would love, there's people who aren't even looking to start meal prep companies who would probably change their mind if they knew how amazing the software is, how easy it's going to make their lives. Check out the link below. I appreciate your time and attention. I know it's a very valuable thing these days. You guys let me ramble for a little over an hour. So I hope you found it all useful. I hope you guys are as excited about getting on the service as I am about getting you guys onto the service. And hit that link below. Reach out. Let's get some discussions going in the group. Let's answer some questions. I didn't see, let me go through and see if there's any questions. Referrals, Bill's Mafia meets Meal Plan Mafia. Okay, no questions. All right. I hope that means I did a real good job at informing y'all. But if you have any questions, hit me in the group, link below. And other than that, I'm going to go, I don't know, hang out.